it. Yep. I help
All
explain
right.
it.
So I am here with Bob Staines. Welcome, Bob. Why don't we start just by telling everybody who you are and what you do?
Sure. I am a practitioner of dialogue, particularly reflective structured dialogue, which is a form that's developed for deep conflicts around identity, values, and religious issues. And
Mhm.
I help mediators and other professionals to expand the business that they already have by teaching them how to facilitate dialogic conversations about very controversial issues that divide organizations and communities.
Very good. So it's like helping them really to up level their skills a lot, and get into areas where they couldn't get in before. And remind me, you are a clinically trained mental health provider by trade, and then you moved into this kind of work in your career much earlier in your career, long before you met me. But you
Yeah,
have the mental health background as well.
right. I was a marriage and family therapist for 18 years and then switched professions. Gosh, it's a long time ago, like 27 years ago, something like that, into the work that I'm doing now. But it's based on family therapy ideas.
Very good. So what motivated you to want to create a training program?
I've been teaching for a really long time. I've been teaching this material for many years, and I have been frustrated with the limitations of giving a workshop or teaching a class at a university because I know what it takes to do this work, and it takes much more than just you can get from a course. And I've wanted to teach about that. I wanted to walk with people and help them to go much more deeply into the thinking and the personal work that you need to do, in addition to all the skills that you need to learn to do this work. So this really affords me the opportunity to do that, obviously to make money, but I think probably even more importantly, it offers me the opportunity to take people where I think they need to go.
Awesome. So it's like a different structure that rather than taking people through a particular course or something like this, through a particular structured like weekend training or week-long training, it's more about giving an extended mentorship, which really actually helps you to really teach people what you do and then also be able to support them in what you do, right?
Right. And we all know, any of us that does teaching and training, we know that distributed learning is more effective than focused and mass learning.
Mhm.
Giving people small things and then application and application is way more effective. And you can't do that within the confines of a class or a workshop. In addition, I can't really, if I'm working with 20 people in a class, I can't give 20 people individual coaching and mentoring,
Yeah.
right? But I can with this.
Hmm. Awesome. Very good. Okay. And then so how is this going to be changing your business now that you set up this kind of a program? What do you see in the future? I mean, we'll talk about the immediate results that you got right now. You launched your program and then you have your first 3 clients in the program,
Mhm.
which is great. And at higher rates than you would normally be used to charging. Is that right?
Yeah, way higher rates. Still, I have room to grow. I can charge more, but I'm charging much more than I had charged a year ago. So
Awesome.
that's really wonderful. And then ultimately, we'll see how this goes. Obviously, it's a beta right now. I always want to have my fingers in the pie of doing direct work. I always want to be out there doing some direct work, but I
Hmm.
don't want to continue to be dependent on projects for my income. So I would like this to be a continuous stream of income
Hmm.
uh, that I can not have to work quite so hard and travel around in order to get that, and have the satisfaction really of knowing that I've trained a lot of people and I feel good about that, but I want to feel better about deeply equipping people to go out there and do this work.
Awesome. I love your commitment to results,
Mhm.
and this is a great model for ensuring people get really good results compared to a standard sort of training approach that I
Right.
see where, people take a short break from work to learn a new thing and then go back to work. This way is a better way of doing it. So,
Yeah.
let's talk about the personal benefits here. We said we got your rates up. We just launched your program. You got your first 3 clients. Is that right?
Yep.
Very good.
Yep.
Very quickly. And now what we're doing is we're putting together your marketing to start bringing in more and create this on a constant basis. You also said something about charging what you're worth and learning to charge what you're worth, just when we were talking before we made
Yeah.
this video.
Yeah.
I mean, could you say a little bit more about the journey with learning how to charge based on transformation as opposed to
Yeah,
charging based by
I'll
by
go
the
back
hour?
to just a quick sort of personal example. One time, I brought my father with me to therapy,
Hmm.
and the therapist later told me, "Your father is a man who doesn't know what he knows." And I think that there is a way in which a lot of us that are doing this work don't know what we know. And my conversation with you helped me realize that I knew a lot more than I was aware of what I knew.
Hmm.
And that I was, and that what that translates to is, man, what I have to offer is like really valuable, more valuable than the rates that I'm asking for in terms of the results. When I look back over all the projects that I've done over all the years, and I see the results, and I see that they have continued on for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, that people continue to benefit from the work that was done. I mean, I can, now that I've seen that and I'm aware of that, it gives me the confidence to say, you know what, you got to pay me X amount of money, because it's worth it.
Awesome. Very,
Yeah.
very good. And in terms of the difference that you feel like this program is going to help you make in the world, in terms of making a bigger difference in the world, what do you see as the possibilities now that it's out and it's launched?
Well, it enables me to leverage what I do into a much wider arena. Uh, I mean, I talk to a lot of people, I train a lot of people, and there's a way in which you can think of that as leveraging what I do, but that's kind of thin, right? And this enables me to leverage what I do and what I know in a much thicker and more meaningful way, so that I guess maybe I'm getting older and started to think in these terms, but legacy, right?
Mhm.
What do I want to leave behind? And it enables me to feel really good about the kinds of things that I'm going to leave behind.
Very good. Well, it's been an honor to help you and support you this far in the journey, and I know you're going to do some amazing things with this program in the world. And I know that this working in this way is just going to continue to multiply the impact that you make and the reward that you get back. So I'm
Well,
happy
and
for
I'm
you, Bob.
grateful. I'm grateful to you. I have been skeptical of people who do your work,
Hmm.
uh, and was pleasantly disabused of any skepticism and have been helped tremendously. So thank you so
Very
much.
good. Awesome. Thanks, Bob.
Okay, you're welcome.